Hi guys, and welcome back to my next video. In today's video, we're talking about everyday differences between Czechia and Canada. Some of these really surprised me when I moved here, so if you are curious about what life is like on the other side of the ocean, keep watching. Let's start with driving. In Czechia you can drive at 18. You go through driving school, and after, when you are taking the test, you use their own car, not yours. Meanwhile, in Canada, depends on province, you can start driving at 16 and you use your own car when you are taking the final driving test. So you better make sure that your brakes work and your lights are good. Also, there are some key differences in road rules. For example, here you can turn right on a red light, which is illegal in Czechia. Also, there are a lot of four-way stops where everyone has to stop and take turns going. We don't really have this in Czechia. It doesn't exist there. We have stop signs, but you just wait until there is no car and go. Let's talk about shopping. In Czechia, if you are going to a shopping center, the price you can see on a price tag is the final, including tax. So, for example, if you have to pay 100 at the cashier, that's exactly the amount you pay. Meanwhile, in Canada, the price doesn't include tax, so the tax is usually between 13 to 15%, and you will find out the price at the cashier. What really surprised me is a school grading system, because these systems between Czechia and Canada are totally different. We have in Czechia grading. The grading is from 1 to 5. 1 means excellent and 5 is fail. So we have these types of grading. Meanwhile, in Canada, they have grading system by percentage and letters. I got percentage at my school. It was difficult to get used to this system, but I got all A's, so I assume that's good. That's if you compare it, that's basically 1 in our countries. And here's also something we don't have in Czechia at all, and that's building credit score. It's really important because you are showing by credit score how responsible you are, if you are paying or not paying your loans, if you are using credit card. If you pay your bills late or don't pay them or use your credit card wisely, your credit score can drop and it's hard to get loan, a phone plan or rent an apartment. It surprised me the most because you can't even get a phone plan or loan, which doesn't exist in Czechia. You can buy phone, you can have phone plan without building credit score. So yeah, that's interesting. But I understand that they need to see how responsible you are, so this is super important here. So I also started building my credit score and I'm pretty low now, but soon hopefully it will be better. And now let's talk about alcohol. In Czechia, the legal age for drinking alcohol is 18 and the legal age here in Canada is 19, which is weird because you're an adult at 18 but you can drink alcohol a year later. So I don't understand really, but I accept that this is the law. In Czechia, you can buy alcohol almost in every grocery store, so even if you are going just to shop some grocery for cooking, you can also buy some wine, beer, gin or rum. But here in Canada, if you want to buy an alcohol, you have to go to a special liquor store. So if it's evening Sunday and you forgot to buy some wine, good luck. Good luck. This is tied to my personal experience because a few days ago my friend from Czechia was here and we wanted to buy exactly like wine or something to drink, but it was Sunday evening, we were making meat and we wanted to get, the glass of wine, and we realized that it's too late to buy wine. So the only thing we could have found was beer in a grocery store. So that was the only options, but we don't know how it tastes here in Canada. We are used to our Czech beer, but yeah, we tried and it wasn't bad, but that was the only thing we could have buy here on Sunday evening. So that's funny story. So I wanted to just tell you because that's the topic we are talking about. During the time here, I'm finding out more and more differences, and here is another one. Let's talk about police. In Czechia, if you get pulled over and get a fine, you can pay it right there to the police officer by cash or card, or also you can get a bill and pay it after. But usually if you pay right to him, it's less expensive. In Canada, that's not allowed. When you get fined, you can pay it online by mail or at a government office, but you can't pay to the officer ever. Thanks God it didn't happen to me so far and I didn't get caught, but you never know. You never know, so I just need to think about it because I'm used to from Czechia. Here in Canada, it's about transparency and making sure that there's no corruption or misunderstanding, so I think that's actually good. So what surprised me the most is mentality here, because in Czechia there are mostly people in a rush, unpleasant, angry, not kind, but here in Canada that's a big difference. They are really opposite of people in Czechia. It never happened to me that someone come to me and just say, "Oh, you look great," or "You are wearing nice dress, you look cool, you are stunning," So it was surprising for me, and it's so kind because I feel like even if it's not true, even if they are not honest, I feel like I look good, I feel good. In Czechia, people are probably honest too much, and they're just, they're just angry and not kind. So as you know, I used to work in fitness and wellness club in client centers, so I worked with people, with clients, and it was a bad experience. That's why I had to leave this job, because your mental health after this is not in a really good condition. So now here I feel so good. Even the co-workers at my work, they are so kind, so helpful, always positive. I never experienced that at my job, at my previous job. So I believe that this helped me to stay, more positive, more healthy, like mentally healthy. So yeah, I'm really satisfied here. That's about people. I'm not telling you that all of Czech people are like this, but the most of them, even in grocery stores or shopping malls, they're just like, oh, she wants something, oh no, don't talk to me. So yeah, that's experience from Czechia. They don't like their job, so whatever. By the way, I'm not saying that I don't like people in Czechia. That's not the thing I wanted to tell you. But I still like my country, my culture. Yeah, I'm talking about differences, so I wanted to tell you the big difference you can experience if you are going to Czechia. So another difference between Czechia and Canada is long distance traveling and distance between places and cities. because in Czechia we are not a big country. So let's say you are traveling from Toronto to Ottawa. It takes you, I don't know, approximately 4 hours, maybe, I don't know, something like this. And for this time period you can get from one border of Czechia to another border of Czechia. So that's very funny. And if you are traveling from Toronto to Thunder Bay, for example, which is still Ontario, it takes you, I don't know, 15 hours. And this distance, if you are traveling from Prague, from Czechia, you can get to Italy, Austria, Germany. So that's very funny because you're still here in Canada. Canada is big, is huge. But you know, the distance between places is big. When I'm looking for some trips, it's always like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. But in Czechia, in this time, you can get to the mountains, you know, so that's funny and it's really exhausting. I used to love driving, but now after driving in Canada, I'm not sure if I still love it. So those are some of the biggest difference between Czechia and Canada I've noticed so far. I'm pretty sure that we can do another part of this video and I will find out more differences. I know some of smaller ones, but I'm trying to compare, you know, the biggest differences between Czechia and Canada. So we talked about driving, driver's license, alcohol, school, also some mentality, distance between places. If you are living abroad, I would love to hear what surprised you the most. And also I would like to hear if there is something what surprised you in my video comparing differences between Czechia and Canada. So let me know in the comments below. We will definitely do another video about differences because I believe that there is more. So that was just beginning. As always, I would be really happy for a like, comment and subscribe. I hope you like this video and my perspective as a Czech person. That's it for today's video and see you next time!